If you are working with someone or feeling defeated, there is a way to live life without limitations. It's finding the right people, it's assembling the right team. And here at Reload, I've learned that I can really do anything that I want to put my body and my mind through. I came to Reload a year ago. Previously, I tore my calf playing soccer about 8 years ago. I didn't run for 7 years. When I got to New York, decided that I wanted to start playing soccer and running again, and signed up for High Rocks a year ago. Found Trevor on Instagram, hired him to be my trainer. Felt good and ready to go for my first High Rocks last October. And a week leading up to it, my calf gave out, and that led me to start seeing Joe. We came up with a plan, decided that I was not going to race High Rocks. I could hardly walk at that point. And the new plan was that I would race in February. He worked with me on a variety of different things, fixed my running form, worked on some strength training. And February, I ran my first High Rocks race. Then 2 weeks later, Trevor and I competed in doubles, qualified for High Rocks World Championship. From there, we raced in Manchester at High Rocks Worlds. That's kind of what led me to initially coming to Reload and working with Joe, really to get me to be able to not only run again and hopefully play soccer, but to live my life without any sort of limitations. Here at Reload, it's unlike any other physical therapy experience that I had had in the past. The process here, it's very much team oriented. So Joe, I would kind of say, was sort of like the captain, kind of like, you know, leading the charge and coming up with my overall plan and strategy for what it was going to take to get me back to running, and would work closely with my trainer, would work closely with my nutritionist, and really, you know, work together as a team. I had a lot of communication with Joe outside of just this building. So it wasn't just, you know, in-person sessions, it was strength training. And that was very new to me. You know, clearly it's worked to go from not even running to a year later, I'm running in a marathon, wildly exceeding my expectations for what I thought that I could do. And a huge testament of that is to Joe and to the team here, and really creating a process that has taught me how to understand and know what to do with my own strength training. One of the things that Joe and Reload has taught me is that there is a difference between exercising and thoughtful training. You know, with training, there's typically a purpose, there's a goal, there's a plan in place, versus where I would just exercise. I would sign up for classes, I would do, you know, HIIT workouts, and there wasn't really any sort of like a strategy behind it. Now I have a very purposeful goal that I am working towards, and all of my training is very intentional in what I do. Now my priority is running the New York City Marathon this year for a great cause, to prove to myself that I can actually run, and continue to compete at High Rocks and hopefully qualify next year for Worlds again. And then we'll see, you know, maybe I'll be in Boston in 2025. A colleague of mine was diagnosed with ALS. The first thing I thought of was like, what can I do? How can I help? And I jumped online, saw that the ALS Foundation has a team that runs the New York City Marathon. It was something that I didn't even hesitate on. The fact that I knew someone who didn't even have the ability anymore to not only run, but to walk. My mindset was, I have a body that will somehow get over that finish line. With the team that I have behind me, I know that I'm going to be set up for success in completing the marathon.